How Do We Innovate by Rafael Dasso and Pamela Paz. Johannes Gutenberg developed the printing press, a machine that was used to print words and images on a paper in fabric in 1440s. One of Gutenberg's printing press could produce 3,600 copies each day. The printing press was one of the most meaningful creations introduced during the Renaissance and has created a radical impact throughout history, just like inventions of the airplane.
In order to make the process of printing faster, he designed a flat undertable, which allowed the sheets to be altered rapidly. One of Gutenberg's printing presses could produce 3,600 copies each day.
The airplanes were first planned in 400 BC, but were first invented in 1905 by the Wright brothers Orville and Wilbur in the USA.
The spread of books made possible by the printing press caused the church to lose some of its power. Before the printing press was introduced, the church had authority to control the information that was released to the public, which allowed the church to dominate society. What enabled the church to have its power was that there were only a few books. A big percentage of the population was illiterate, and the society formed a kind of oral culture because priests would announce news at church. By 1500s, there were 20 million books on 35,000 topics. Can you believe that? People start looking at science, but without losing their religious beliefs. The airplane, on the other hand, had a vast impact on the 20th century.
The planes had a huge impact in World War I and World War II. The first 9 planes were made by the Wright brothers and the Army to defend in the World War I in 1915. They used the airplanes as a unit of attack. After that, in 1950, the passenger airplane was invented to get people to other countries in hours.
The printing of books has been helpful to us in many different ways, but has had a very significant impact in the area of education by providing us with a wide range of books over the years. Now, we have access to every book ever made, from any topic that interests us and in any language. Plus, we can read ideas from some of the biggest geniuses and experts in history. Books are used for transferring information, self-teaching, and entertainment. Tests have proven that they also nurture kids' imagination, curiosity, and emotional development. The amount of books that are now available has caused more people to learn how to read and write, as well as having a better performance in school. Research has proven that when children's parents read to them at a young age, and if they keep reading regularly during their years of education, they can improve their test scores by about 30%. Currently, there are more words being printed every second than had been printed each year throughout the 15th and 16th century. That is crazy. The airplane has also had a huge impact in our daily lives.
There has been a huge impact on the transportation, communication, globalization, and trading new ideas between countries since the airplane were invented. Now everybody can immigrate or visit other countries whenever they want. This allows communication between countries that allow the countries to share ideas and grow together. Now that 85% of the students that finish a very good school in Lima, like the one I am at, has had the chance to go to USA and to have a much better education that leads to good work, and when you get back to Peru you can make the country with new knowledge.
The invention of the printing press and the creation of the airplane has several common factors that are very crucial for this innovation to have happened. When people identify a problem or a need, they usually try to find ways to solve them or tools to help them with that task. Many times, It has been a problem or need which has inspired an innovation to occur. The printing press was invented in order to solve a problem. At the time, books were handwritten, and this process was taking too long, which was restraining people from having access to information. Gutenberg and the rest of society needed something that would be simpler and would speed up the process to release books to the public at a faster rate.
People needed to go to other places in the world, and boat wasn't a good idea because lots of people got killed and it took very long time, like several months. So the Wright brothers invented the airplane to go to the other continents or countries faster.
When you look at the inventors of successful innovations, you can see that they had a lot of imagination and creativity. When creators use creativity and imagination, it leads to them creating something original, effective, and mind-blowing, as proven by Johannes Gutenberg and the Wright brothers. Gutenberg, the creator of the printing press, was very creative and imaginative when it came to creating new tools and techniques. He took the existing concept of the duplication of books and made the process faster and simpler by looking beyond and finding creative forms to improve present ways by using his imagination. He came up with ideas of the movable types which could be moved around to create words. He came up with techniques and concepts that hadn't reached people's minds at the moment, which made his creation very innovative and infectious.
The Wright brothers showed creativity because they researched on birds and copied the wings and the aerodynamics of the bird to apply it to the airplane to make it fly.
Having knowledge about the theme related to your innovation before starting to create something is very important because it will lead to a more effective product as a result that the creator will be more knowledgeable about what he is doing and how he will do it. That is why, for example, in our design technology class at FTR, the first stage of the design cycle is to investigate, which is where we acquire knowledge about the topic we are focusing on before we start planning or creating our product. Knowledge is a crucial element in the process of creating something innovative and effective. Gutenberg was very knowledgeable, not only on the issue he was trying to solve, but also in the area of technology. Because of that, he was able to go beyond other people's achievements and think of ways to improve them and create a new piece of technology. If Johannes had lacked the knowledge he had when developing the printing press, he would haven't been capable of understanding the concepts needed to create his innovation.
The Wright brothers were very knowledgeable, not only because they had lots of research they made to birds and air balloons and gliders, because they were also great mechanics that built something that no one ever tried before. Another thing that describes them as knowledgeable is that they work in teamwork to do it because they were brothers and they knew that more brains you have, the better the invention can get.
Thanks to the inventors and factors of these creations, they have left major legacies that have had a great impact on us today. The printing press left behind the variety of books and their accessibility to many people. The legacy of the airplane is that it enables you to take trips anywhere you want and whenever you decide.
In conclusion, both the printing press and the airplane are powerful pieces of technology which made a drastic change throughout history.